It's your boy Stephen back at you again with another video. Thank you for always being locked in and watching my videos. I much appreciate every view, and I hope you learn something out of this, because in this life we're just sharing and every day is a learning day. Oh, Charlie Munger died a few days ago, and one of his key ideas was that uh, every day we need to learn something, because if you don't learn something, like by the time we're going to sleep, that's a not so nice day. And him dying at 99 years, him plus Warren Buffett, we know all of them are just readers as much as the investors. They read more so that they know where to invest their money, and they have money for their company. And I got that piece from him, and it's been ringing in my mind like you need to be learning every day. Okay, so me, I'm not really teaching you, I'm just sharing what I've learned. Um, just maybe it can bless you, it can make your life better. Okay, so my sharing with you today is about this thing that I've been listening to over and over and also practicing a bit, and it's all about this idea or this notion how things happen to become in reality. And people have different beliefs about how things happen. People just believe, some people believe things are just mere coincidence, that things just happen accidentally, nothing. But for me, I come from the school of thought that everything is construed, orchestrated, planned for it to happen. Nothing just happens accidentally. And that helps me to know that I'm in the controlling seat of my life, that I don't have to blame anybody or take an excuse for whatever happens. I am responsible for everything that happens in my life. And there's nothing as good as feeling like you're in charge. It helps you make decisions. Otherwise, if you feel like life is just happening to me and I don't have any take or any say, you tend to get laid back and believe that things will just fall in place. There's an aspect of things just happening on the background, and then there's the aspect of that you making things happen. So for the things that I can't control, things like the weather, like today's a nice cloudy morning, most people are saying it's a gloomy day, it's raining, I don't want to go to work, blah blah blah. For me it's a beautiful day, because I look at it and I'm like, wow, what a beautiful day. And I don't give anybody control over my emotions and how I feel. So that means even if it's a rainy day, it is not going to mess my day. If I meet someone and they try to piss me off, I don't give them the power to. As much as they try to mess me up, I try to gain the control that it doesn't really affect me. Okay, so I come from the thought of whatever that is portrayed on the outside is something that we had a contribution to it to come on the outside. In fact, for anything that we see, it happens twice. For anything to happen, it happens twice. First, it happens in the non-physical world, and then it happens in the physical world. Let's say, for example, a car. Uh, Someone thought about it. Maybe it's a Lambo, or it's a McLaren, or it's a Jaguar. Someone thought about it, had the architectural design. Okay, right now Elon Musk is coming up with the Cybertruck. He sat down, he brought some designers, some engineers, and they were like, we're going to make this thing this huge, and it still has this amount of speed. I saw a Cybertruck drag racing against a Porsche, and the Cybertruck was beating the Porsche, however huge it is. So they sat down in their minds and they created this thing. And then we have now the Cybertruck, which is now rolling out. So basically, the idea is for anything to happen, it happens twice: first in the mind and then first outside. And that especially has to do with our personality, our character. We create our characters. And who we are by the things we listen to, watch, or read. So there's a song that has been playing in the background, and subconsciously I picked it up. Let me ta 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 ta. It's a song that I went to sleep and it's still ringing in my mind, because everything that we experience is recorded. Whether we like it or we don't, it's recorded. So if it's a song, if it's words, if someone said something to you, something you read or something you experienced, it's recorded in your subconscious mind, and then it's just a matter of time for it to come out. And the more it is pumped into your mind, the more or the faster it's going to come out. That calls us that we need to have this mentality of feeding in nice stuff into the brain, so that when you feed the nice stuff into the brain, good stuff will come out. Our vocabularies will be enriched, our attitudes will be finer, our outlook towards life will be beautiful and better, we will love people more, we will be of help to people because we are of this view that I am a contributor into this life. I am of service to humanity, and it helps a lot. So this morning, I normally play things while I'm doing when I'm showering and preparing for the day. So I was listening to Neville Goddard, and he was talking about this fact of people seeing things to believe instead of believing things to see them. And he talked about Robert Frost, who said that the founding fathers of the United States did not believe in the future, but they lived in the future before it happened. And he talks to a great extent of living in the end right now. I don't know if you feel me. I also read Steve Harvey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and he talked about living with an end in the mind. You see the end that you want, and then you come back into the present and start living that end in your mind. And this helps us to kill a lot of anxiety and uncertainty. For example, which example will I use? I don't want to use a material thing, but it seems to be like the easy one. For example, let's say you want to have $1 million. Let's say that's the number that you need to retire. So if that is the number, you don't have the money right now. The best thing for you to do is see yourself with $1 million and then come back right now here and then start living today with like the person who has $1 million. And then how will you live? How will you be walking? How will you be talking to people? How will you be conducting every of your affairs? How will you feel like the kind of energy and the vibe that you'll be having when you have the money? So the most important thing, once you have $1 million, I don't have $1 million, sadly. Not sadly, but I will have it. But the thing is, I don't have the $1 million. The most important thing when you have the $1 million is the feeling that it gives you, it's the freedom that it gives you, and the ability to do the power to do what you want to do with your time and with the people you want and the people that you love. Okay, so carrying forward that feeling, that attitude, that guarantee that you have the money, and then you start living today as if you have the money. And you will live many days, I don't know how long, but you'll live for many days with this feeling. And one day you'll find yourself with the money. How it's going to happen, the signs of how it happens doesn't really matter. But it has been proven that it works. It is proven that it works. So last week I needed X number of dollars. Let me be specific. I needed like $400. I didn't have the money. Honestly, I didn't have it. And I needed to do something. And the human nature is to get anxious and to get stressed and to be worried where it's going to be. But this is what I told myself last week. I told myself, I'm seeing myself the coming week having got the money and sorted what I want to sort, and I will be at peace. I'll be focusing on my trading and my affiliate marketing and living this beautiful life. Actually, I normally say I'm living my retirement years right now. Like, life can't be any better than this, and I'm making it the most. So last week, I saw myself this week already having gotten the money and being at peace. Mind you, I never had the money. And this was like on Saturday, Sunday, I did have the money. And I didn't even have the ways to get this money. So what I did, I borrowed the idea, the piece, the fact that I have the money, the things that I'm going to do, which actually I'm going to start doing starting from actually today, some of the things that I planned to do. And while I carried the piece along with me, ideas came into my mind, and then I acted on those ideas. And good news, I got the money, I got the whole amount, and I sorted what I needed to sort last week. So now I have to do what I said I was going to do when I get the money, and I'm going to do it. But what made me get the money, trust you me, is the assurance that I have the money, that the money is going to come, that I am going to sort A, B, C, D. Okay, and it gives you peace, it gives you ability to calm down and live in the moment. I am so much pro living and being in the present and enjoying today, because like today, this is the 4th day of December. We are not going to see this day ever. My point is to live today to the very most, and then tomorrow will sort itself. Okay, so let me say the most important things that I wanted to say concerning this video, because I've been talking about so many things. First, I wanted to say the fact that this life just doesn't happen accidentally. If you want something out of this life, you are going to create it. Okay, you are in the controlling seat of your life. It doesn't happen accidentally. You consciously make it happen, and sometimes you do it subconsciously without even knowing. So the most important thing is to sort your mind, your psyche, is to sort the things that you bring into you that will propagate you or propel you into this direction that you want to go. That is the most important thing. So see yourself today. If it needs visualization, if it needs affirmation, if it needs prayers, if it needs meditation, anything that you need to do today so that you have that life that you want tomorrow, because it will not happen accidentally. I think at some point it can become automatic, but before it becomes automatic, you have to run it. And then the last thing is like, you will definitely achieve what you want, but the most important thing is the person that you become when you're achieving this thing. Like right now, after sorting that thing, I have more faith in the fact that this thing works, and it's my desire that people get to know that nothing is beyond control, that we can sort everything in this life that we want to sort to, that there are, if you're not a believer, I'm sorry, but there are myriads of angels and supernatural powers that are willing to help you, that we are not alone in this life. That even, let's say you have a very big dream that seemingly looks impossible, that it can never be achieved. But if you believe that there are powers, there are forces that marshal up for you, that they're working for you. I normally say life does not happen to me, it happens for me. If they're seemingly bad, they're just construing, they're just coming together, they're being orchestrated by this supreme being for my good, and somehow things happen. So even by the end of this video, I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but by now you know the title that I gave it. But just know, we create this reality. We are co-creators of this reality. The life throws to us this, and then we make the most of what we've been given, and we enjoy this life. So today being the 4th of December, I'm enjoying this cool weather. I am loving my life in this country. This is Uganda. I've been in Uganda for the last like 7 2 days. This is my 16th year in Uganda. I'm loving it. When my time to leave Uganda reaches, I'll just walk away without looking back, and I'll just be smiling all the way to my next destination. I am not certain about my next destination. It could be Dar es Salaam, it could be Bali, it could be Lisbon, Portugal, or Madrid, Spain. I am not sure, or Hawaii, who knows? But I'm open. We'll see how it goes, and we will look back into these videos. But the thing is, just know that everything is working for you, and first, let's create it in our mind before we create it outside. Thank you for watching this video. It's your boy Steven. I send you love, I send you peace, I send you abundance, surety. Kill anxiety. This is the best life that you have. You better live it to the full. Cheers.